Welcome to Sageology. I'm Amythyst. We are doing a pick a pile today. There's only 2 piles to choose from with medicine messages from Owl. I'm going to be channeling totem animal Owl to see what comes through. Owl has been trying to get me to do this reading for about a week now, and I finally got the availability to sit down and do it. You can see this thing moving in the background. It's the best space I could actually do some work from today. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm sitting out in the back porch, okay? And the breeze is moving the backdrop. So, do not use WhatsApp. I will not cold canvas or contact you suggesting you need to have a reading. If anybody is mimicking me or my socials or my channel, please report and contact me. If you want me, my dates are in the description box. I've just got a few little notes down here about Owl before we go into the piles. Obviously, this is pile 1 on the left, or my left, and this is pile 2 on the right. So owls are messengers from spirit. They also represent your insight and intuition, the supernatural realms. They can be omens, good omens. So for some cultures, they're not very good omens, they're bad omens, so you take it how you will. They're about courage as well. They're very observant and observant listeners, and they represent letting go of the past or your current pain to do with things in your life, and also represent new beginnings. So depending on what place you are in your own life and space you are, you'll get the correct messages from this pick pile. I've already pre-shuffled some decks. They're here in front of me ready to rumble. I'm just going to write down a timestamp. Just give me a sec. My pen's not working. Pile 1. Okay, let's do this. Right, pile 1. Let's get you into your reading. Pile 1. Channeled messages and medicine messages from totem animal Owl. Beautiful. Got some pre-shuffled cards here and I'll keep pulling out. We're going to go from the back. First card is, oh wow, cellular collapse. Whoa, okay. Far out, that's pretty heavy up front. Cellular collapse. Owl, please come through. I shift it. That's coming right from the head space. Okay. Shift it. Right, just give me a minute. I'm already going to start channeling. Owl, what would you like to say? Thank you for coming in today. There's 2 owls, a masculine and a feminine. Oh, their life partners. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Owl is saying straight away, new beginnings, new life, changes are happening, transformation, letting go of your pain. Wow. Okay, Owl is saying, as I mentioned, about courage. Female Owl is saying you need to stand in your courageous power, your courageous energy and element to bring forward this supernatural gift that you have to propel you through what you've got going on in your life at this time, okay? And to shift what doesn't serve you, to shift negative energy, to shift stale, stagnant things that are going in your life. It could be shifting from friendship to friendship. It could be moving out of a relationship, platonic, romantic, family, or what have you. It's just a massive shift that's going on here. You need to move whatever it is, your mindset, your thoughts and your feelings, because there's a cellular collapse going in here. You're going through a massive upgrade and repair. I recommend you do some work with Archangel Metatron as well, please. Now, what else we got here? This is my own deck that I've published, the Whimsical Bitch Oracle. We've got They Call Me Shredder. Yes. And nice. Homey Around Home. Yay. I love this card. Okay, so They Call Me Shredder. That card in my deck, every card in my deck has a different meaning every time you use the deck, okay? It ties in energetically with what the rest of the read is, all right? They Call Me Shredder. This really taps into the cellular collapse going on here and shifting things going on in your life. You're shredding away layers. You're stripping back things that don't serve you or work for you. And that could also be, again, friendships, relationships, mindsets, emotional backdrops, pain from the past that you're still holding on to that you feel is not a benefit to you in any way, shape or form, and you're figuring out how to shred that. You're shredding skin. You're letting things go that haven't served you in your current life right now. And if you've already gone through that, this could just be a confirmation, or if you're ready in yourself to step into that, this is also a confirmation you're on the right track. And Homey Around Home. This card is about loyalty. This card is about your lover, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, whoever, just the person in your life that is your homie, that has your back when you're sitting around in your home environment or your home space within, because home is where the heart is. So it's the person or the people that you rely on, that you trust. Could be your husband, he could be your homie around home. You know that regardless of what's going on in your life, they're ride or die. And this card's come up. This is a message from Al. This is why Al was here with their partner today, their life partner. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean there's a relationship, romantic relationship dynamic going on for you. It just means that the dynamic you've got going on does involve that level of loyalty from certain people in your life and your loyalty to them, okay? We've got ancient wisdom. Not surprising that it's come up purely because of the Owl card. The Owl does represent wisdom and ancient wisdom. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Wow. I just said that a few minutes ago about releasing things with that shredder card that doesn't serve you, you know has no space in your life anymore. You could focus your energy on better or different things, okay? We've got movement into balance. Yeah, beautiful. I love this deck, okay? It's a shamanic healing oracle. And surprisingly, the other deck I've pulled out today is right here, and it's got an owl on the back, all right? And it's the Hermit. Retreat and recharge. Okay, give me a minute. What would you like to say about this owl, please? Male owl would like to say something. Masculine owl. Okay, masculine owl saying that there's a lot of downloads and codes coming through you at this time. You might get uneasy around certain lighting, certain smells. You might hear certain music that you would normally vibe with. And you're just like, you know what, I'm not jamming with this at the moment. You might feel uncomfortable with hot showers. You might feel like you can't handle the heat in the shower, or you need more heat in the shower, for example. You've got this growth going on. You're peeling back the layers. You're bare right now. You are exposed energetically, emotionally. Your cells are repairing. There's been a collapse of old things and you're stepping into a new phase. Now, to you individually, that could look like nothing to the outset. It might just be you feeling that. Or to other people, they might go, you look different. Are you okay? Or wow, you've changed. Or what's going on? I can't pick up something about you. It's a bit strange. Rah, rah, rah. This is what's going on here. But you are coming to that acceptance, or you've had that acceptance already. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And that doesn't mean every single area of our life, but what it does mean is that we've got growth going on here, and you need to accept that you can't take your mother with you spiritually on that growth and things like that. Just because we have a lot of love for our family or friends or what have you, it doesn't mean that their level of toxicity is welcome when we have that growth. It doesn't mean you walk away from people, it just means that they're not safe. And the Hermit card here, male owl, masculine owl, says that it's okay to tap into yourself. Again, there's some sort of grids or star codes and grids going on in the background here. We've got similar colors on this card and this card and this card, all right, with the backdrop with the stars and things, and then we've got this code card and the yellows over there. So it's all over the place. We've got third eye, we've got third eye, crown, and the solar plexus chakra coming out today, guys. What else have we got here? Two faces of mankind. A balance. Now, what was this one? Move into balance, okay? So this is about a confirmation right here, right now. You need to move into that balance of what you're trying to ascertain, or you might have stepped into that balance again, but there's been a shedding of skin, there's been a layer removed with you somehow, consciously and subconsciously with your higher self, and you know that it's important that you come into that balance. So the two faces of mankind. So what that could mean for you is that don't feel guilty or bad when you're around certain people that you don't talk your spiritual talk. You still might love your friends and your family or your co-workers or what have you, or you might be in an environment where you need to be around specific people but they don't accept your journey. That's okay. It's the two faces of mankind. Just because they don't agree or understand with what you're doing, it doesn't mean you need to feel guilty or it's wrong for what you're doing. It's okay to put on your face a different face or a different energy in those environments, all right? It's okay to do that. But you do need to get some meditations done. You need to go into some hermit mode and dream catchers. Wow. Again, there's like these sigils and codes and stuff going on in the background here, and it's all coming into that third eye. It's similar to this picture. We've got the cellular collapse, okay? We've got that picture on the head here over here. It's all coming out. It's just all tying in. So what you might need to do is work on your throat and your heart chakra as well, and get that into alignment and push that energy up through your core, up to your higher chakras, because you are getting a lot of downloads, as I've said. Al wants you to really embrace that as quietly as you can. Like, people won't understand what you're thinking and feeling, even though when people go through an ascension and all those types of things, it's very similar energies for each individual. It's symptomatic, it's the same for people, but what you're going through is very, very personal at the moment. And if you've got some things to say, you really need to clear up your space and have that meditative retreat and recharge before you come forward. Just, you know, just brace yourself. We've got snowflakes, yeah. So again, there's this crystalline energy coming down over the woman's head. It doesn't have to be a snowflake for you. It can be crystalline energy. To me, this is showing the soul star chakra, the seat of the soul, the chakra right above your crown chakra, which is all about your soul element, your link to spirit, okay? You might need to work on those as well. I'm not surprised that's coming out. This is a very personal, intellectual space going on for you right now. Can I have another one or two of these, please? Wow. This is heavier than I anticipated. Breathe deeply. Wow. So now we've got that heart space coming again, and we've got all those lines and stuff coming out through the heart space, all right, going right up to the lotus, up to the crown. This is all tying in. So your heart, you might be having some chest pain. You might feel as though you're tired unnecessarily when you're around certain people, etc. That's that Two Faces of Mankind card. It's okay to get that balance. Seek the balance that you need in order to survive in the real world when you're not into that meditative state, when you're not stepping through that spiritual realms all the time. I think you are, when it says with the dream card, you might be having dreams that you're unaware of. If you do remember and you wake up and you remember weird little things, so you hear that? A neighbour's door just slammed shut. So a door is shutting, bang. Things are ending, bang, it's inevitable, you can't stop it, it's in full motion right now. You might be having some dreams that you don't remember. If you do remember your dreams, jot some things down, store them in your phone or what have you. Breathe deeply. Again, with this card here, you might need to do some meditative work. These cards are quite similar in colour as well. Okay, so this is just a confirmation. What you need to work on is what you need to work on, and that's nobody's business necessarily. If you're not able to do meditations necessarily with yourself, you can't sit around and do that. Do an online one. Go do a little meditation class if you can, and that will help you. Can I just have one more of this particular deck, please? The energy of an oracle deck. Aha, look, New Beginnings. I've actually got two in my hand. New Beginnings, which we mentioned earlier, to do with Owl, and we've also got the musical Joy. So, as in, listen to the beat of your own drum. For this particular reading, this is about you tapping into an energy of your own vibration. You know, everybody vibes at their own vibration. Everything is energy. So you need to tap into that and be proud of what you're doing, and listen to your own tune and listen to the beat of your own drum. Follow your own hum. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut feeling. Come from that observant space. This is an omen. Owl is here as a good omen for you right now. They're a messenger. They're telling you there's a lot of supernatural stuff going on around you at the moment, okay? Spirit guides are stepping forward. You are facing your fears. You're letting go of things, or you have let go of things, and that's just amazing. Can I have a couple more of these, please, Spirit? What would you like to say, Owl? If you've got children, protect your young, I'm getting told. New day, yep, new beginnings. Oh, and there's a dragonfly on there, and we've got growth. Wow. Can I have one or two more? Ah, masculine energy. Awesome. All right, let's channel. What would you like to say, masculine owl, please? It's so beautiful you owls have come together today as a couple. Thank you so much. I really respect and appreciate that, and that is the first time in my life that I have done a channeled reading where a couple have come through and I've shared it with the outside world. Yeah. Okay, so new day, growth, masculine energy. And I just said, if you've got young, protect your young, as in you might have children that are being a little, this card, you know, this reading mightn't be about you. You might be inquiring about a loved one or somebody younger than you. If you do have children, and they are, regardless of their age, it could be adult children still, they're probably going through this as well in their own way. Usually when we go through certain things in our lives when it comes to ascensions and growths and spiritual journeys, our children are going through very similar in their own way because of that maternal soul link that gave them life, these children life within us. Everything we felt and thought at the time they're going through as well. The masculine energy coming forward is to say, protect your family, up the ante when it comes to your spiritual protection. You might need to put some coral in your children's bedrooms if they're young enough and they live at home. Coral is a form of protection. You can get some red brick and you can grind it down and make some red brick dust and sprinkle it around the house, the perimeter of the house and things like that. You might need to do a jar, a witch's jar, and put it in your yard, bury it in your yard and stuff like that. Just bring up that level of protection. Use that masculine protective energy. Even if you've got a partner and things like that, there's nothing wrong with that. You do have that growth there. This is like an autumn card. My country's going through autumn at the moment. We're nearly at winter, but there is a new day. There's new growth and new beginnings there. There's transformation and stuff going on. Can I have one more of these before I get the next one? Cards, please. We've got Inner Journey. Wow. That confirms what I said a little bit earlier about this might be a very personal journey for you, and you can't explain it to people what's happening for you, what's going on around you, okay? Can I please have some of these cards? Thank you. We've got Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Beautiful. Yep, so your ancestors are trying to connect you. We've got these, geometric patterns and stuff going on as well. That's an Aboriginal elder, an Australian Indigenous elder. Beautiful. And we've got Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. There's a lot of masculine energy going on here. The masculine card come out. We've got a masculine, we've got a masculine. So call on your masculine guides, call on a masculine energy of yourself. Bring that forward at this time. Again, with that 2 faces of humanity, you might need to bring that forward at this time and work from that, from an intellectual side more than an emotional one, okay? Feminine is an emotional, runs on emotion, masculine runs on intellect. So you might need to bring that forward and work with our, call in our, masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Can I have another one of these? The moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Again, this is fantastic. As I said, there's omens coming on for you here. There's some supernatural stuff happening for you. And be observant for what comes forward. Jot things down if you need to, again with the dream situation, okay, because you are facing some fears, and ours telling you to be courageous. And we've got another one here, stargazer, set your sights higher. So basically that means for this particular reading, not that you're not setting your sights up high, but to tap into that higher reason, get into that meditative state. There's another male on this card, you know what I mean? Get into that retreat and recharge state. Even if you're busy and around people and stuff all the time, you can still put yourself into that state. When you have a bath, when you cook dinner, when you jump in the bed, when you're driving your car, really make time to go into that higher realms, your higher self. Go up a couple of dimensions and work with yourself, okay? Can I have 1 or 2 of these more cards? Look, male, 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 male. Wow, masculinity everywhere, guys. Oh, look, this just flew out and landed on my lap. A bee. Bask in joy and light, okay? That is just so beautiful. Bees represent hard work and community and growth, and like a cogs in a mechanism. Without everything else going on around you, things don't move forward, okay? Can I have one more? They're just jumping out here as a feminine. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Wow. And the balance card come out. We've had 2 lots of balance, and I just said you need to pull forward your masculine energy at this time, okay? Similar colors going on in these cards. You need to work with masculine and femininity. So I said before, you might need to work protecting your family spiritually and things, your ancestral realms and stuff. The young in your family, the newer generations, come from that masculine intellect and come from that space where you know things have to be done a certain way and you've got to do it. It's just that logic. But then also you're being asked now, getting a feminine energy come forward to please work with your emotions. Connect with the emotional backdrop as to what propels you with that at this time. This is insane, guys. And there's another one here. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Wow. There's like that geometric patterns and stuff going on around here. She is just beautiful. Can you believe that? Look at that. Everything's just fallen over. Everything's just fallen over. Wow. Can you not do that again, please, Spirit? Thank you for the gentle nudge. Medicine Mother. These are medicine messages. Look, there's another door slamming shut. This is just insane. Wow. Big, 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 big shifts and changes. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing, okay? You need to remember the messages I was giving you before from our are about being observant, about your supernaturalness, about tapping into your intuition and your insight, okay? There's omens going on around you. This is insane. I can't believe that. This is a video that I have to put up. You know, strange. So can I grab, nope, thank you. Can I please grab a couple of these vibrational cards? I just want 2 more of these. We've got Wild and Free Sprite, okay? A sprite is like a fairy, or there's a geometric spiral sort of stuff going on in the background connected to the 3rd eye of the crown and the soul star chakra, all right? It's going to set you free, whatever it is that you're walking away from and the things that you're doing in your life. Owl is saying now is a time to be no nonsense, all right? And we've got the spiral coil. Again, the geometric patterns. Look at that. That is almost the same, okay? Phenomenal. You can't make this up, guys. I'm shuffling this deck right here in front of me. So, spiral coil. Spirals represent the way of life. It represents life in itself. It represents community. It represents our DNA. It represents moving forward in our life. It represents the path and the journey we've come from within, spiraling outwards and vice versa, coming back in. Some people say that life is a spiral. It's a journey. We don't go up a stairwell. We go around in a spiral. So this is just so amazing. Wow. That speaks for itself. Can I have a couple more out of my own pile, please, Spirit? Just 2 more, and then I'm going to pull 1 more of the others, and then it's time to end the reading. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. Thank you, angels. Thank you, owls. Commando around town. Yeah, own your shit and stay on track. Absolutely. Commando around town. Now, commando normally would mean cruising around with no underwear on, and I like the pun with that. Okay, it means you're raw, you're free, you're edgy. It comes in with the wild and free wind sprite. Okay. Oh, that's why all that breeze just flared up. Look, because we just had a big massive gust of breeze and it's knocked everything over, but it's the wild and free wind sprite. Wow, thank you very much, Spirit. That's amazing. Stay on track. What would you like to say, Owl? Is there anything in particular you want me to bring forward for this particular channeled messages, please? Feminine and masculine owl are both sitting here right now. They're very huge. In fact, they're probably 40, maybe 50 centimeters tall, just sitting where they are. They're perched. Feminine owl is saying that there is a female ancestor that is trying to get your attention. You might smell certain foods, you might hear certain noises, certain songs. Again, music may trigger you at the moment. You might smell perfumes and things like that that show you that that particular ancestor is with you at this time. If you don't know who that ancestor is, and this is what the thing is with ancestors, some people think of ancestors as uncles and aunties and parents that have passed over. It goes extreme beyond that. Ancestors go right down the line. So just tap in and see what comes forward. Anything you'd like to say, male owl? Stay hydrated. Owl saying, and I'm really thirsty right now, and I've got some water right in front of me. I'll have a drink in a minute. But he is saying that you need to stay hydrated because it's all part of your growth. You need to keep your cells and your cellular level purified while there's a new growth going on within your system, because if you don't, you're going to get sick, you might get tired, you might get headaches, things are going to happen that you really don't have the time or the energy for. So just to push forward. The owls, messengers in general, are saying to you that there's a lot of your spirit team, your spirit guides that aren't ancestors that are with you at this time. Different totem animals. There could be adepts, there could be different gurus or spiritualists that you have had faith in and believed in your life, whatever it is, they're all coming forward around you at this time. Again, reach for the stars, tap into every element that you can. Can I just have 1 more of these, please? And I'm going on to the next pile. Self-love. Wow. How cool is this? This is so hippie. This is so my style. I've got a lot of bedspreads and I've had lots of different things like this over the years. Self-love. So that speaks for itself. You need to work on that level of self-love. Again, this is a very private, personal journey for you at the moment, and you need to be proud of yourself. The owls are saying they're proud of you. They want you to know that they're pushing energy down towards you to keep you safe, to keep your core cool. You might be burning up and feeling hot. They want you to know that your family is safe and protected at this time, but to do some spiritual protection and work for the younger generations around you, because again, what you're going through, as you go through this right now, this personal journey spiritually, it ripples out to the rest. All right, so that's crazy. Let's pack all this up. Can I please have the second pile? Pile 2, owl, intuition. Wow, first pile was deep, man. It was heavy as hell. Not what I anticipated at all. What do we got here? I'll come from the back. Owl, please, what would you like to say? Ah, as above, so below. Wow. Oh, and upon a star. Wow. Wish upon a star. Beautiful. Okay. To be honest, you guys might need to watch pile 1, because there's this spiral stuff coming here out of the third eye and the crown in the other pile, all through it, all through the cards. Okay, so this might just be a continuation. As above, so below, and wish upon a star, or upon a star. Okay, the soul star chakra come up in the other pile. They're probably quite synchronistic. These piles are linked in, but it's up to you. I don't mind what you do. It's your life. If you don't want to watch the other pile, whatever. Okay, so in the first pile, there was a male and a feminine owl that has come in. I'm just tapping back in. They are both here again. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, who would like to speak, please? What would you like to say straight off the bat? Okay, I'm getting told straight away by male, the masculine owl, that somebody isn't eating the right food. You're eating, you're snacking, you're grazing all day, you're not overeating, you're not eating ridiculous huge meals. When you do eat, you have a normal sized meal, but you just graze on different things through the day. Male owl is saying that that is actually going to cause you disruption to your core, to your soul system that's going through a repair at the moment. Owl wants you to eat a little better. Instead of having a handful of crisps, have a handful of carrot sticks and things like that. Really switch it up at the moment at this time. You still need those things to fuel your body. Eat a handful of nuts, eat some yogurt and things like that. Stay away from the sweet picky. If you want some sweet biscuits or some chocolate and things like that, or it could be a savory thing that you're into, have those things after you've nourished your actual system as a treat, please. Wow, we've got gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Wow. And you know what? So am I, guys. It's almost like, could almost be light language, light codes going around there, okay? And again, this could look very much like a third eye, all right? What else we got? This is from my own deck that I published. Thigh boots and slay, lol. And no is a power tool. Okay, so see how the wind's pushing this forward? All right, there's not much I can do about that. It is what it is. Okay, so thigh boots and slay. What that card means in my deck that I've published is it's important to know that you are the king of your castle, the leader of your own journey. You pull up your thigh boots and you go, you know what, I'm going out to slay. Like, obviously, if you're a man or you're genderless or you don't give two fucks about thigh boots, it's not about the thigh boot. It's the representation of what that means. You're going out to slay. You're putting your armor on and you're ready to throw down to protect what you've got going on in your life, because you've got a lot of healing going on, okay? No is a power tool. No means no. There's no other word besides no that means no other than no, all right? No is a sentence unto itself. If you need to say no and people get their noses out of joint, don't worry about it. Feminine owl, what would you like to say? She's nudged forward. She's standing right next to me. She's beautiful. I'm sitting on a big mat, cushion mat on the floor, and she's next to me, and she would be the same height as from my hips upwards. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so again, I'll go over. Owl represents omens and messengers about being observant. And the supernatural, this owl also is a representation of being courage and your insight and intuition, and about facing fears and letting go of the past or the current pain that you've been going through. And that's a message that your spirit guides are with you at this time, and there's new beginnings on the horizon, or you might feel as though you're ready for a new beginning. You've come through that level of healing. I'm getting told that you've been through an incubation period. There's been some quiet time and some growth go on there that you had to get through, and it was probably a bit grilling for you emotionally and physically. It's taken a bit of a toll on you. Again, this pile probably needs to listen to the first pile, because the same things are happening in this pile as it was in the last one. Interesting. And what have we got here? Emotional release. Yep. And that's just a confirmation. And sacred space. Wow. All right, so just give me a minute. Female owl, feminine owl, what would you like to say? There's a spiral on this card. You probably really seriously need to look at pile 1, guys. What would you like to say here? Yeah, she's saying that somebody has shed a lot of tears, and it could just be tears out of frustration, tears out of boredom, tears from being tired, tears because you're finally free. You could have had a member of your family that's passed away, or as you found out is terminally ill, for example. They have been a tormentor in your life through childhood, youth, adulthood, what have you, and they're coming to that phase now where you're finally going to be free from that, having an emotional release. You might literally be sitting in your room or wherever reading something and your tears are running down your face. Just let that flow at the moment. She says that is owl. She is nudging that internal release. She's getting you to tap into that intuition from your higher self and having that release. It's okay. And we've got the sacred spiral. Please look at number 1, pile number 1, honestly. Your journey, your spiral is your private to yourself. Your spiral will start from your core, and you coil out, and this is your whole life and what goes on around you, okay? At the same time, you can coil and come back into yourself. It's about your journey and your path and everything you've been through, okay? It's sacred to you. And we've got mountains. Stand your ground. Now, I find this interesting that the cards come up, because I was mentioning about no being a power tool, okay? I'm going to set these up here. No being a power tool for you at your life at this time. What else we got here? What else would you like to say, Al? The triangle. Oh, wow. Again, there's that geometric stuff going on around you. You might feel like you're in a love triangle and not even in a romantic one. If that's your case, you really need to get off that fucking bandwagon, guys. Love triangles never work out. Sure, you might be polyamorous, you might be into polyamory, whatever, but that doesn't mean it always runs smoothly, all right? Whatever your situation is, there's some sort of a triangle going on. Now, it could be with no other person, it could just be purely with yourself and your emotions and your outlook on life. That could be the triangle. It's just going around, not in a circle, but just dynamics and pinpoints on the triangle. It could be a relationship with a family member and you and somebody else, okay, that is always drama or trouble, or something needs to be said or brought out to the open. That's what the triangles come up for. Abundant blessings, again with the geometric and the third eye and the soul star chakra and the crown. It is all here pouring out. Abundant blessings, again, have that cry, have that release if you need to. This is an omen that the things you're praying and wishing for from the highest and goodest intention only is about to come forward for you, okay? And be courageous in that, because there's a supernatural background that's helping you, says Al. And we've got blessings. Look at that. Okay, there's some stars, there's some geometric stuff, there's some beautiful filigree patterns down at the bottom here. This could be third eye again. Energy doesn't lie. All right, you've got blessings. You are fully abundant, and you don't even realize it right now. You don't even understand necessarily what's happening for you. Spirit says that's amazing. Why does that keep moving? I don't understand. I'm not touching it. What else would you like to say? Al, please. Internal PPE. Yes, PPE stands for personal protective equipment. If you don't know what that is, it is eye goggles when you're using tools. It is hard hats. It is, excuse me, high visibility outfits. It is steel cap boots. It is protective equipment that you'd wear as a chef. It is what protective equipment that you'd wear as a nurse. All those things. That's what PPE stands for, personal protective equipment. This is what the hour is asking you to do. Feminine hour is asking you to tap into your eternal PPE. Again, have that release, have that cry, tap into your higher dimensions and figure out what's safest to bring forward in your own spiritual growth at the moment, and what you're not ready to sort of bring forward or work on at the moment. Use discernment when it comes to your own growth. You're the only person going through that growth. It's your life. Amethyst grills instead of diamond grills, for example. Amethyst is a really protective stone. It's a master stone. It's a master healing stone, okay? And it's linked to multiple different angels. But it's also grills, as in what goes in your mouth. So this is a message from Spirit that you might need to speak up, say your no's, put people in their place, stand your ground, as the card said, but also use that energy of healing. You might need to wear some amethyst or work with amethyst at the moment. Okay, a reason why I made it amethyst is because my name is Amethyst and it's my card deck that I've published. But amethyst is the master healer, and we've got green, jelly, envy. Somebody in your life is green with envy. There's a bit of jealousy going on around you, and it could be from somebody that you wouldn't even know. Don't even worry about it. Al, what would you like to say? Yeah, Al's saying there's a big restructure and a big reshuffle going on in your life at the moment with your friends circle. You know, the places you frequent. You might go to a normal cafe and think, oh, I've been going there for 5 years. I love it. They've got the best focaccia, for example, and now all of a sudden you're not being drawn to that. Nah, I want to go somewhere else for now. And people are going, hang on a minute, but that's not how you are. You've always gone there. Who gives a shit? Just because I've been predictable for the last 5 years with one thing doesn't mean that that's my whole life. It doesn't represent who I am. There's a bit of jealousy because you've got having some growth. Dream and journey. Wow, so you might, again, the dream card come up in pile 1, okay, and I'll say the same thing. You might be having some dreams that you don't necessarily remember, or you might be remembering snippets of dreams, and you might need to jot that down and write that down, okay? But march to the beat of your own drum. Now, the other card, pile, come up about music, and I said that, oh look, there's geometric stuff going on in the background. Archangel Metatron is definitely up in this pile as well. You need to do some work with Archangel Metatron, please. Music might be triggering you at the moment, but you need to march to the beat of your own drum, okay? And we've got Heart Guardian, beautiful. Love and let yourself be loved. And that is a message from both the owls together. Look at this beautiful rose. Again, there's a geometric patterns going on in the background here. Your spirit guides are here, they're with you. Let's just say this is Mother Mary, for example, okay? Spirit wants you to know that you are loved, and you need to give yourself a bit of self-love. You need to stop beating yourself up. We've got Trader, exchange energy to create abundance, where you do have the abundance blessings and the abundance card come out. Now this is a bit of geometric stuff going on in the background. Old mate here has got his hand on his heart and he's coming to you wholeheartedly. Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to exchange energy to create abundance, because that's how it comes in. And I believe that. I don't necessarily believe in the manifestation technique. I believe in the law of exchange, and I believe the law of abundance and affirmations to attract that level of abundance. I believe, again, with that exchange card is right here. Exchange energy could create abundance. That is a lot older, the law of abundance, and the law of exchange is a lot older than the manifestation stuff, okay? Thousands of years in difference when it comes to that level of growth. Pour that energy into what you're bringing forward wholeheartedly. Give yourself some love at the same time. And we've got Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. Well, there's information in this card, in this deck. Look, again, Archangel Metatron with the flower of life in the background, okay? Be open to healing information. Now, you might get a message from somebody up the street, a complete stranger. They might just say something in passing when you cruise past. Somebody might just say something that triggers you and you might go, whoa, far out, man. That's the message I've been needing, and give thanks to Spirit. Be open to that level of healing. If you need to do a cleanse, if you need to do a detox or anything, now is the time. If you need to pull back from meat, pull back from meat. If you need to eat more meat, increase a bit of meat in your diet. Just listen to those messages. Ours going to guide you, okay? And we've got feminine energy. Oh, you really need to watch pile 1, the masculine energy card, come out in the first pile. Wow. So this is so beautiful, because a lot of the messages that I'm giving you right now that are channeled from owl today are the feminine owl for this pile. The other pile, it was a masculine owl. That's insane. Beautiful. Feminine energy again with the spiral. Okay, I don't talk about pregnancy much in readings unless it's a private booked paid personal reading. Those things don't come out all right. But if there is a pregnancy in your life, it's a feminine energy. It doesn't mean it's having a female or the person's pregnant with a female. They might be, but the person who's pregnant is in their feminine energy, and you need to nurture that. It could also just mean with no pregnancy, it could just mean that you're having that level of growth and abundance. Something's in the incubation phase. It's mean something to do with growth, okay? And we've got perception, the yin yang card, and that also come out in the other pile, a yin yang card. So just be mindful of what you put yourself through. Don't beat yourself up, says Spirit. And we've got the ascension card. So there's obviously some sort of an ascension going on here for you at this point in your life, okay? Can I have a couple more of these, please? We're nearly finished, guys. What would you like to say, Owl? Huntsman. Oh, wow. Again, with the geometric sort of pattern going on in the background there, okay? Eyes on the prize, eyes on the ball. So the saying says, go for what you want and don't stop, okay? Manifest that energy. Go for that energy of exchange to bring in those abundances, which I said. The triangle card is laying right underneath this. Whatever is not working out for you, let it go. A triangle can also represent different things depending on your background. So I would Google, if I was you, the spiritual meaning of triangle. This way it's usually a feminine energy. Some people say this way it's a feminine energy, so there is femininity all over this card, but there's like a world going on in the middle there. It's your own world, okay? But whatever that triangle is for you, you need to work on those elements, okay? But reach for the stars, say no to people, put people in their place. You don't have to be angry or abrupt, but you do need to stand your ground at this time. And we've got the perfect storm. Woo! Look at the patterns in the background here. Okay, again, geometric stuff going on. Spirit is saying to you, everything you're going through at the moment is for a reason. Just to knuckle down and stand your ground. Don't take shit from others, all right? There's no reason for people to be putting shit on you, okay? You deserve better. Can I, whoops, cards are flipping out everywhere. We've got Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Yep, and that's to do with that self-love stuff there. Now, this woman's got patterns and stuff all over her neck, tattoos and stuff everywhere, okay? That is traditional to an Arabic woman. It's a very old Khal. It's called Khal, and it's a very old type of tattoo. I actually have that, but I don't have it on in between my eyebrows. My tattooist wouldn't do it. I've got it on my side of my head. Okay, that's to do with that self-love card there, okay? Self-nurturance, unlock that magic within you. And we've got Druid, hold the space. Wow, look at this crystal, it's just beaming up here, all right? There's growth and everything going on around this man. You might need to call in your grandfather or somebody that you love and care for in the spirit realm, and they're going to give you some advice and some help for what you need at this point in time. Can I have a couple more of these? I'm nearly at the end here, guys. This card, this pile has come through some growth. The other pile has come through the growth or is about to hit that growth, and this pile is about those people that are sort of in a bit of a recovery mode at the moment, and a bit unsure, maybe a bit sensitive to certain things, okay? It doesn't mean you don't know, you're not pinpointed with exactly what you want in your life. It just means that Alba's here to let you know. They're giving you an omen. They are the omen. There's messages here. Tap into that supernatural stuff going on around you, because that's where your abundance and your blessings are coming through. You might need to call in your grandfather and ask him for some advice. There's a snake on here, okay? Shedding skin, growth, etc. And we've got joy. all right, and the reunion of souls. Again, you need to tap in. There's two people, two birds on here, there's two animals on here. You need to tap in and make contact with a loved one in spirit. Again, there's two owls that have come through today, the male and the feminine owls. Did I say males? I don't even know. I can't get my words out. When I channel, sometimes I don't hear what I say until I look back at it later. Can I have two more of my own deck, please? And then two more of the other deck, and then we're going to tie off. We've got On the Rise with Thick Thighs, Damn Straight, and hashtag a Goal Slut. And that speaks for itself as well. You're on the rise, stay on track. Keep doing what you need to do. Your blessings are hitting. Use that energy to bring forward that abundance, okay? And give that out, exchange. So if something wonderful that happens to you, give back. Al is here. She wants you to know that your goals are already predetermined before you got here. You might come up with a wonderful idea and go, oh, that's a great idea. Well, I didn't think of that earlier. It's because in your soul contract, it wasn't time to think of it earlier. Both piles have had an Archangel Metatron come through. I recommend you call him in, work with his crystals and things like that at this time. Work on your soul star chakras and stuff as well. Your third eye, your crown, your throat, and your heart chakra, okay? The other pile also had the solar plexus. Can I have one or two of these? We've got knowing, again, the geometric patterns, okay? You can't make this shit up. And we've got life as a beach. Again, some sort of circles and swirls and patterns going on here and up here as well. And two people, all right? So that's two owls. They're with you everywhere you turn. And we've got an open book, wow. And there's a sun beaming down again at some sort of a pattern. So Owl wants you to know that it's really important. I just said that it wasn't in your soul contract at that time to have that idea come forward. It's happening now. I just said that. So you might need to do some Akasha stuff. Tap into your Akashic record. I mean, Archangel Metatron has a lot to do with that. So does whale. Whale is my main totem animal. And my whale, he's a massive big boy. I've never seen a whale that size, spiritually or other, ever. You know, you need to work with the energy of what you're going on with your Akashic stuff. Your grandparent might tell you, your grandfather is definitely trying to get a message to you, whether they're dead or alive, whether they're passed over or they're still here. They're trying to get a message to you wholeheartedly, okay? Life is a beach. You need to get some energy to do with emotion. You need to have that wave of emotion. Again, you might be shedding some tears. You might be feeling like you need some soul air around you. Just work with that at the moment, okay? Because you know what's happening in your life right up here from your higher self, your soul star chakra. You know what's going on, whether you're aware of it in the 3D world or not, and you're on the exact right path you're supposed to be. I'm getting told to pull one more of these. This is your last card, guys. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Wow. There you go. Face your fears, say no. And I did write down on my little notes here that Owl does represent facing your fears and letting go of the past or your current pain, because there's new beginnings happening for you, effective immediately. So I hope those messages hold resonant for anyone who watches this video. Much love. Peace out. Sageology. I'll be back. Thank you, Owl. Thank you for coming forward, Owl, and giving us the messages, masculine and feminine. Goodbye. I'll be back.